You're watching ABC4 News.
Welcome back. The Utah State Board of Education is working to improve the school learning environment across the state. So we have Jennie, Earl, and Molly Hart from the Utah State Board of Education to talk about their goals as the school year is wrapping up, and they are preparing for a new school year in August. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So tell us a little bit on why you are prioritizing the school learning environments.
Yeah, well, we've just recently updated our mission and vision, and our new vision is academic and organizational excellence.
Yes.
And we're trying to be more intentional, very directed towards what we want the outcomes to be for students, and specifically around those academic outcomes.
And how is that different from what we were already doing in Utah?
We were focusing on academics, and we
Yes.
have high academic standards, but we also had, I think, a lot of additional things that we were adding into the day for our educators. This helps to stay more focused, more intentional, and more deliberate in our delivery and also in our outcomes.
Do you have some examples of what that might look like in the years to come here for teachers in Utah?
Sure. Currently, we're, like you said, improving the math standards.
Yes.
And that allows teachers to be more intentional and focus on exactly the concepts they want students to learn. And then we assess students on how well they've met and mastered those standards. So by being very specific and intentional, then we give the students a fair shot at reaching the goal.
Would that mean more testing potentially, or how are we measuring that on looking at a student's success then by going grade by grade?
So teachers use a variety of ways to assess student learning, especially when the outcome is very specific.
Yes.
Students can have conversations amongst themselves. Teachers can have conversations with students. You definitely do not have to rely on a standardized or a testing instrument. You can have more natural dialogue with students, and they can really integrate what they're learning with the other subjects as well.
During the commercial break, you mentioned, teachers already have a full plate, and so this allows them to really hone in on what is most important and how can we make sure that we achieve the most important goals in the classroom. I think that's really important.
Yeah, and I would add to that, one of the outcomes that we're looking for has to do with civic responsibilities and being part of our communities. Last year we updated our social studies standards as well. And in the younger grades specifically, we made sure we add in key components of basic things like the three branches of government, or basic things about songs or memorization of like just different parts of key government historical documents.
Okay.
So we're trying to reintegrate or re-put in within the schools, especially the younger schools, that love of country, that love of America, that civic duty. Yeah.
Very interesting.
So,
Before we go, where can people find more information about this guidance and these plans moving forward for Utah's education?
They can definitely hit our website. Also, we encourage all families to visit classrooms, talk to teachers, talk to the students about what they're learning. Students love to share their newfound knowledge, and we really just encourage a lot of participation, public participation in our public schools.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Jennie and Molly, thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing what comes out of this.
Thank you.
Very wonderful.